welcome back. I'm your host, Darnell Jackson. In this crypto report, we're going to be talking about how I accurately predicted the price of HEX and why Uniswap won't pay me. But first, make sure you subscribe to your favorite channel on YouTube, Darnell Jackson Crypto. Shout out to all the subscribers. Okay, now this video is a little bit of a rant, a little bit of me complaining, a little bit of me filing I don't know, is this a trouble ticket with the good folks at Uniswap? Post in the comments if you have the answer. I want you to understand what happened here and give me some feedback if you've tried this before. All right, I'm gonna jump over to my Coinbase wallet. All right, now look, the Coinbase wallet is a separate app than the regular Coinbase app, completely separate. And I'm clicking on the apps tab right here. I want you to follow me along here. That takes me down here to my favorites, and I'm gonna go right to Uniswap. All right, so now I'm at Uniswap. And what I did was I created a liquidity pool. So right when I get to Uniswap, you don't see anything. And I'm gonna go right to my liquidity pool. I'll click on the pool tab at the bottom. All right, I'll press it with my finger. And you can see my pool, it's right there. It shows my positions, and what do I have in my positions? I have HEX and USDC in my 1% liquidity pool. Now the bad news is you'll see here that the pool is saying that it's out of range. This makes me very angry. This is when Uniswap stopped paying me. And I want you to help me figure out why this happened. So let's go into the pool so we can get some details here. So it's a HEX USDC pair. It's showing that it's out of range. Here's my little fancy NFT. I think I can click it and make it start moving. I made it start moving before. Now it's not like moving. What do I gotta do? Clicked something before and it started like scrolling some text. All right, so I put in $182 in liquidity. And I have $18 in unclaimed fees. Now, as you can see, that's about 10%. That's a nice little return. I wanted this to continue. I could leave my liquidity there and continue to recoup some fees. All right, as a liquidity pool provider, I earn money when the pool is used. I get fees. I get 1%, all right? And everything was going grand until HEX. The price went outside of the original price range. Now, we all know crypto is very volatile. So we should expect price changes. So who would think that when HEX goes outside of the price range, that it would completely shut down my liquidity pool? Doesn't it make sense that that the liquidity pool would just pick back up and start paying again once the price comes back within range? So here's what happened. Right now you can see it says the current price of HEX is 38 cents, which this is not correct. The current price of HEX is not 38 cents. Let's take a look at the actual current price of HEX. This is why I'm frustrated with Uniswap. Let's go down here and look at HEX. HEX right now, you can see 18 cents. HEX is 18 cents. So how come the Coinbase wallet, how come Uniswap keeps saying that it's 38 cents when we know that's not right? And then that was the last price that HEX went to. But then it crashed back down. How come it's not updating? This is supposed to be new technology. Post in the comments, you Uniswap fans. Help me understand, is it something that I'm doing wrong? No, you can't change any of these numbers. If I click on it, it just lets me highlight it. I can copy it, but I can't change the range. I accurately predicted the price that HEX would go between 6 cents and 25 cents was the range. Now, in full disclosure, when I created this pool, I really left the price range default. It created the range, I believe, based on what the price was at that time. So it went ahead and assigned the low and the high based on the price at that time when I set up the pool. And so with that to the side, doesn't it still make sense that when the price of HEX went up to 38 cents, which was outside of the price range, whenever it returned, this liquidity pool should have continued to function? If it can go out of range, how come it can't come back in range? Uniswap fans, help me understand. And let me just jump over to Uniswap real quick. Now remember that number. HEX got up to about 38 cents. And let's just jump over here and take a look at when that was. There's 34 cents. All right. And then it quickly fell down and it got right into the range right about here. And it's been in this range ever since. Now, wouldn't Uniswap be a more valuable application if it was actually using accurate data in terms of the way it prices the rewards for its liquidity pools? If this is the way that Uniswap's pool works, then how can you really justify taking the risk? Because prices, they're gonna fluctuate, and you aren't trading when you are a liquidity pooler. You're not supposed to be a trader. You're supposed to be taking risk because you're parking your funds and earning a very small 1 or even less than 1% return on your money. Am I missing something here, Uniswap fans? And I have to wonder, is this the kind of stuff that Uniswap is dealing with that's keeping it from really growing? Uniswap's been stagnant for a while. Is this the kind of stuff that is holding up its progress? It's just been on a downward decline. This is the last month. Now, we've had the recent Bitcoin little dip, but Uniswap, they had some regulatory problems. And ever since their all-time high, they've been doing this. But I can tell you, if they had this part of their product worked out, then they would have every reason to be very optimistic, because it's a very interesting, the interface, the product, the opportunity is very, very interesting, and it can be very lucrative. But if they're going to shut down the liquidity as soon as the price goes outside of this very, very, the very tight boundaries of the price range, then doesn't that kind of, throw a cold water shower on the idea of being a liquidity provider? Post in the comments, let me know. I'm frustrated. about this because I'm happy that I was able to project the price, but I can't benefit from it. And then I'm mad again because Ethereum, with its extremely high gas fees, if I wanted to claim my fees, if I wanted to just take my ball and go home, then you can see here what my options, what I'm getting here. Collecting fees will withdraw currently available fees for you. So here are my fees. All right, so let's see what happens. And it's saying network fees are high right now. Awesome. And it wants 1/10 of an Ethereum, which is like 400 bucks. So think about that. So this amazing technology called Ethereum believes that it's a good idea to charge me $400 in order to withdraw a very small, less than 100 bucks. We're trying to take out 20 bucks, $18, and it's going to cost me like 400 bucks to do it. So what really is the problem here? Is it Ethereum? Is it Uniswap? Is it both? Are you a liquidity provider expert? Do you have a lot of experience? Is there something that I did? Obviously, I could have changed the price range when I created the liquidity pool. But you have to admit the pool should continue to pay for the times that the coin is priced in the range. And it should be able to leave if the volatility pushes it in and out of the range. That should not stop your income from the pool, except for the time that the coin is outside of the range. And during that time period, you should not obviously receive any interest. Okay, so I'm frustrated about this, but I'm glad to share my experience because it may help you. Because of that, I'm definitely, and this is another reason why I was very excited about like Avalanche and Solana, because I see with this how problematic these high transaction fees are. And this type of problem can easily be addressed with a new platform. At this point in time, I want to thank you for liking this video. If you didn't like this video, make sure you share this video with someone who will. Until next time, peace.